Hello dear students, I am Ankush Sharma. Welcome you all on this YouTube channel. First of all the very best for your upcoming GATE exam. This session is specially dedicated for computer science student. You have an exam on 4th Feb. So my dear student, today my computer science team is here, all the expert faculty member going to explain you about the most expected concept from which you can expect a good question in the upcoming GATE exam. So one by one I will invite my computer science mentors, but before that I am also going to tell you on 4th Feb, just after the exam, we will be live on our IMS GATE Academy YouTube channel and we will discuss here detailed paper analysis and exam solution. So you will get the correct answer key just after the exam. On the same day of exam day, you will get the complete analysis with answer key. So now it's time to invite our faculty member, Mr. Amit sir, Ravi sir and JP sir, all are here. But first I would like to invite Mr. Amit sir. Please come and explain the subject wise explanation and last moment strategy as well.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So hello dear students, thank you so much Ankur sir. So let us talk about the subjects. So in this video, as sir said, what we will do is we are going to discuss each subject, and in each subject what we are going to tell is what are the 4 most important topics from which you can expect questions. This we have decided based on our analysis of the last 5-year papers. So from this you will be able to decide that what are the things that needs to be revised in the last few days that are left, right? So first of all, let's talk about theory of computation. Definitely students, we are going to get in the last 5 years, if we see, we are definitely getting one question on regular expressions, right? So you should brush up the concepts on regular expressions. Similarly, on decidability we are getting some questions. Similarly, on closure properties of the languages we are getting certain questions, right? And similarly, identifying the class of the language, whether it is a regular language, whether it is a context-free language, whether it is a context-sensitive language, or it is a recursive language or recursive enumerable languages, you will find questions on that, right? Then comes the compiler design. These two subjects are interrelated. In compiler design we have the questions on parsers. So in the top down parsers, if we see, the LL1 parser is the most important parser, right? And talking about the bottom up parsers, we have parsers called LR0 parser, SLR1 parser, CLR1 parser and LLR1 parser. You will definitely find questions on these parsers too. Then comes the syntax directed translation, that is the semantic analysis, and definitely there is a very high chance that we will get questions from that also. So these are the topics. As I said, you can easily brush up these topics in the last 2 days that are left, right? Last 2 to 3 days you can brush up these topics. Now let us talk about programming and data structures. Definitely you will find questions on pointers, right? And their mixture with arrays. So arrays and pointers, they are used, as you know that arrays and pointers can be used one after the other. They are like quite synonymous to each other, right? Then there are always questions on recursion, and you know that you have to solve those questions using the recursion tree, right? And then we have questions on stacks and queues, and in binary search trees also you are definitely going to get there is very high probability that you are going to get questions, right? Then comes analysis and design and analysis of algorithms. There are questions on asymptotic notations, that what is the complexity, big O complexity, theta complexity or the omega complexity. You will find questions on that. Similarly, divide and conquer and the greedy approach, these are the various approaches through which we solve the problems. There is a probability that we get questions from these. And heaps is a very important topic, like insertion in heap, deletion in heap, heapify operations. You will definitely find questions on these topics with very high probability, right? So these are regarding these 4 important subjects. Other subjects, I would invite Ravi sir to please guide the students on what are the expected questions in these subjects. Yeah.
Thank you, Sirji. Hello students, coming into the operating system, I mentioned that these are the very important topics, I could say, based on the previous paper analysis. So we can expect the question from this area. Like first I mentioned CPU scheduling algorithm. The most of the years which I observed, either 1 mark or 2 marks question from the CPU scheduling algorithm, like round robin algorithm, shortest job first or shortest remaining time first. Coming into second chapter, synchronization mechanism, the specially I mentioned semaphore. The semaphore concurrency part, they can frame a question, or giving some synchronization mechanism, they can frame a question, like 1 or 2 questions we can expect from the synchronization. Coming into deadlock, there are two types of question we can expect. One is prevention and another is a avoidance case. That is a Banker's algorithm which I mentioned. From memory management, like a paging concept you might have studied. So like put it the demand paging, the paging like virtual memory implemented with demand paging only. So here we can expect the question like a theoretical question or numerical type, spatial and a time based question we can expect it. So when it comes to computer organization, the first chapter I mentioned the floating point representation. Here compulsory 2 marks question we can expect, because happened the previous year papers. If I see at least one question is there from first chapter, that is floating point area. When it comes to memory hierarchy, so memory hierarchy consists of the main memory, cache memory, secondary memories, right? So one question we can expect from memory hierarchy performances, cache memory area, even secondary memory also we can see. So third chapter I mentioned the addressing modes. Here theoretical question we can expect, match the following, choose the statement type question we can expect. The final last and most important topic from the computer organization, that is instruction pipeline. The 2 marks question or 1 and 2 marks question we can expect. The finally I did not mention IO part. You also revise the DMA part, direct memory access. So these are the important topics I could say. So go and revise it. So this is enough. So coming into next chapter, that is discrete mathematics and graph theory. Here like I mentioned the propositional logic and predicate logic, 1 or 2 question we can expect. So coming into sets and theory, sets and relations and functions. The finally if you see graph theory minimum 5 to 6 questions happening every year. So complete graph theory need to be studied, so including coloring, matching, all the things. So when you see the computer networks, where we can expect again 6 to 7 marks question, 7 marks from that. So I mentioned data link layer, these are the important topics. From networks you can see routing protocol, IP addressing, supernetting, subnetting area. So when it comes to transport layer, the TCP, UDP, there are theoretical question also we can expect, and as well as numerical type question we can expect here. From application layer, most of the time happen all the theoretical questions have been framed, so that you revise all the application layer protocols now. So these are the important topics which I mentioned, the 4 subject. Now JP sir will see some important topics from the digital logic design. So please come sir.
Hello students, so these are the important topics regarding digital logic subject. So the number systems chapter is very important for CS branch. So in the number systems, the first topic is number system conversions, and then how to find the base or radix, and then 2's complement. So these are all these topics are very important regarding number systems chapter. And then regarding minimization of Boolean functions, here we are having, you can do the simplification by using Boolean algebra rules or with the help of K-maps. Even in the K-maps regarding prime implicants, essential prime implicants are very important. And then logic gates. Regarding logic gates, you will get the questions related to minimum number of NAND gates or minimum number of NOR gates required for implementing any other logic gate or any other logic function. And then coming to the combination circuits, ripple carry adder is very important. Here you can focus regarding worst case delay, and then decoder, and then mux. Regarding mux also, you will get the question, either they will give the mux or they will ask what is the kind of output you are going to get for the given input combination, or they will give the output function and they will ask what is the input combination. Okay, and then regarding minimum number of muxes required for implementing any other logic gate or any other function. And then regarding sequence circuits, flip-flops is very important. So if you know the 4 characteristic equations of flip-flops, that is more than sufficient in order to solve any question regarding sequence circuits. And then one of the most important topic in the sequence circuits is the counters. So all these topics are very important. So all of you kindly revise these topics regarding digital logic subject. Now I am inviting Amit sir to discuss regarding DBMS.
Yeah, thank you JP sir. So let's, so this is the last technical subject in computer, as far as computer science is concerned. So let's talk about database management system. I hope you know well about the keys. The keys, mostly there are questions on finding out the candidate keys, or finding out the primary keys, the candidate keys, or also on the questions are there on the super keys, right? Then in normalization we have questions that to find out the normalization form, or the decomposition is also there, 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, and the BCNF. The questions might be there on the normalization or the decomposition, as you know, right? And then is the structured query language. Again, there is very high probability we will find a question on structured query languages. The query is given and the output is being asked, the number of tuples that are being returned that is being asked, you can find questions on that. Similarly, the last topic is transactions. So transactions is a very big topic, but as far as I see, there are a lot of questions that many times the questions have been asked on serializability. That is view serializability, the conflict serializability. There is very high probability of a question on the serializability also, right? So that's all about the technical part. As Ankur sir said in the beginning of the video, we'll not only discuss the technical part, we'll also discuss the motivational part and what should be the last minute strategy for the exam in these remaining 3 days that we have, right? So if we do not count today's day, then we have 3 more days to discuss how we should, how we should behave in these 3 days to get the final result, right? So now let me first of all invite JP sir he will talk about that how what should be the last minute strategy for the exam.
Since you're having very few days, so don't start reading any new topic. So I hope all of you prepared the short notes for all the subjects. So this is the time you have to recall from each and every chapter whatever the important points are there, important formulas are there. So all those important points and formulas, you can take one rough book or rough sheet. So try to write down there and try to recall. So after that, after you are completing one chapter, so just go through your short notes regarding the chapter. So how many points and how many formulas you are able to recall, and then you can go through the remaining points and formulas. So in this way, if you do regarding recall and revision, so that you will get familiarity about each and every point and each and every formula. So this helps a lot in your coming GATE exam. So now I am inviting Amit sir to give few suggestions for the students while they are attempting the GATE exam.
Thank you, sir. So thank you, JP sir. So students, as I said, it's very important to maintain your calm in the exam, right? And what is the way, what is the strategy to maintain the calmness and just maintain your calmness for 3 hours, and how to get the best results out of it? I'm suggesting you one strategy that how you should attempt the paper, right? There might be multiple strategies, but this is a tested strategy and you might consider to follow this one. So first of all, let me tell you that you should not consider the paper as a sequential paper, right? Attempting question number 1, attempting question number 2, then question number 3, 4 and 5 and so on. So it might be that the tougher questions are there in the beginning and the easier questions are at the end. It should not happen that at the end of the exam you come to me and tell me that, sir, I could not see the last 10 questions but they were very easy. So how to avoid this? For that we have a pass strategy. Try to attempt the paper in passes. So in the first pass, you are going to attempt very simple questions which are theoretical questions, which are formula based questions which does not require much calculations. Try to do them in the first 1 hour. And in this 1 hour, it is just like a T20 match. The first 5 overs of a T20 match, if you score enormous number of runs in that 1 hour itself, then you are very confident in your second and third hour. Right? So in that first hour, try to clear the cutoff itself within the first hour. So this will help you a lot in maintaining the confidence in the second hour as well as the third hour, right? So next after that, once the pass 1 is over, you have looked at all the 55 questions, you have already attempted all the easier questions already. Now the next part is to do the level 2 questions which are a bit tougher, the moderate questions that you are going to do in the second pass, which require a minor amount of calculation, which is where the calculation is a bit lengthy one, but it is manageable. So try to do those questions in the second pass. Then comes the third pass, which is reserved for the bouncers. There are always 10 questions, 10 to 12 questions which are definitely set to kill the time, because even the topper is not going to get 100 marks, right? So they are definitely there to kill the time. So therefore you should attempt those questions in the last 1 hour. Whatever you can crack, you will be able to improve your rank further and further. But that can only happen when you have the confidence that yes, in the first 2 hours I have secured somewhere around 50 marks. Right? So this is how you have to attempt the paper, and if you maintain this strategy, there is a very high chance that you are going to come out with shining colors, right? So this is all about how to attempt the paper. Now I'll invite Ravi sir to talk about how to maintain the calmness in the examination, how to approach the paper, and so on and so forth. He will discuss the strategies with you. Yeah, over to you, Ravi sir.
So just I would like to talk that there are 4 important things I want to say that need to be following the examination during exam. The first thing you have to understand, all of you, like avoiding the silly mistake. the most of the students, they not able to score the good marks, not because of not studied well or not prepared well their work preparation, because of silly mistakes. What is silly mistake? Because not reading the question properly. Because in a computer science, most of the subject, we can expect the like a statement, choose a statement type question, like which of the following is true, which of the following is false, which of the following not true. This statement you have to read it properly. If you read it properly, then answering question becomes very easy. And second important thing, usage of the scribble pad. Because during calculation, people know out of that happiness question is easy, they will do it like roughly. So when you are going to recheck the solution, there is a chance that you can make a mistake. So whatever you write on the scribble pad, write down neatly so that you can cross verify. And at the same time you understand, don't waste more on checking the answer multiple times or reading the question multiple times. This you need to do second point. Third point is that situation may occur, there is a question happened, like you spend lot of time and you're not able to answer it and they are getting the demotivated. There are many questions to be solved, time is less. This can happen. It's happened many students. So this moment, relax. Don't remember all the things of what is your target, what is the gate rank, what is the marks. Put it aside all. Just be cool that moment, have a sip of water and little 2 minutes calm down and reattempt the paper now. So always self-motivate during examination, and you have to be remaining calm during entire 3 hours. So this is the third step you have to do. The fourth step, what I'm trying to say, so exam is near, right? 3 days only we have. So I'm trying to suggest to all of you, try to avoid the last moment reading. Example, exam is 9 o'clock, right? 9:30 exam. So don't read in the morning. At least I'm suggesting you half day prior to the examination, 1 day prior to the examination, don't read anything. Just sit it calmly. Have a peaceful, just to have a rest for that one day, I can say. So this will, because this is not a semester exam. This is a competitive exam, right? You should be very remaining calm throughout examination. So that you have to understand. So we'll say hello students, all the best for everyone.
Yeah. So I hope just maintain your calm, and once again we'll say all the best to all of you.